Hey, what's going on here? Oh, it's delayed. What's up, everybody? How you doing? These are making funny noises. How's everyone doing? I just got a notification for someone else's live session. I booked it at the wrong time because that person can't be here. Any questions? I'm here at CopperSound building the arms again. These guys right here. Waiting for everyone else to come in. They worked late last night. I did not. I went home early. We have a lot more orders of triple graphs that we're prepping for, so we've got a lot of building to do. So yeah, we're working on Saturday. We've almost got all the parts in, so that next batch should be being assembled in its whole. So we do all this prep work beforehand, and then we do assembly once all the parts get in. So the rest of the parts arrive probably around the end of the month. So we should start assembly at the end of the month for the next Third Man order. You can get your triple graph through Third Man once that happens. It's the one product that we make that we don't sell. We make it for them. So, I mean, obviously we sell it to them, but you know. So yeah, any questions? Hit me up with some questions. Love answering questions. The triple graph in its entirety takes a really long time to make because we build every single part by hand, and then we have to assemble all those parts into that one enclosure. So that's a lot. So I'm doing one of the monotonous parts here, and then after I do this part, the arm, I think I described it on one of my videos, but after I do this part, the arm will go over to Jordan or myself. Sometimes I'll do the second stage too with Jordan, but we'll put on the buttons and the ferrules. The buttons and the ferrules are those little black buttons that you actually use your foot on or use your hand on if you want to use your hand. This is designed for the foot though. It's not like our old telegraph, which by the way is being discontinued. So if you can't afford a triple graph and you're dying for a telegraph stutter, just the stutter, the kill, you want to jump online and get one ASAP because we are discontinuing that version of it. Because it's an awesome product and it's done extremely well, and so we're doing what Chevy does when they discontinue the what car is that? Camaro. Every couple decades they like to discontinue the Camaro for a while, and then they bring it back in all of its glory. We may bring it back in all of its glory, but we'll have to see. All right, so again, feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to answer anything. So any questions. Now it's time to get the juicy ones in. The guys show up soon, so I'll probably stop shortly after they show up because, you know, I don't want to make them stay quiet when we're all working. In fact, I might hear one of them coming right now. So quickly, questions. This is your shot. I don't know that I'll leave this video up afterwards, so this might be the only time to see it, just so you all know. I don't usually do Saturday YouTube stuff because usually I'm just working on other things on Saturdays. I do work 7 days a week because as I mention on the channel all the time, I'm an entrepreneur, and I like to stay busy and do things, build things, start things. So whether it's playing on people's studio projects, or usually I won't teach on the weekends, but whether it's practice or playing on somebody's project, or working at the shop, or working on a project for someone else, like editing, video stuff, all that stuff I usually do. Oh, here we go. All that stuff I usually do on Saturdays. So I guess I'll angle this a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more of what I'm doing, because most of what I'm doing is down here, and you probably want to see it up here so you can see how boring it is to be a pedal builder. Just kidding, it's not. It's super fun. So the reason I wear these gloves is not because it is toxic or dangerous or anything like that. More that when they cut and tap the steel in these for the screws that we put through them, they use oil so that the bit doesn't get stuck. And they don't always clean all the oil off very well. So I take a napkin, which you can see is a little dirty, and I just, when I first grab the key, wipe it down, and I just wear the gloves because I don't necessarily want a ton of oil all over my hands all day. All right. Ugh. Next box. Ugh. Last box. This is it. This is the last box for the next 600. We ordered more than they asked for this time so that we could stay ahead. Whereas last time we kind of fell behind because we didn't realize that the demand was going to be huge, and we didn't really have the full-on finances to front all of the 500 ourselves, because we're not like $1 million company. So we bought half of the building supplies, and then when we delivered, we then bought the second half the first time around. This is the first time around I'm talking about, in case you're new to the video. And so that made delivering the second half stressful and a lot of work to play catch up. So this time we have ordered 600, even though they had placed an order for 500, and we're building all 6 up front so that when those sell out, we actually have some to cover the beginning of their next order, so that we never stop feeding triple graphs. So from here on out, hopefully for you huge fans out there that are just waiting for your triple graph, hopefully from here on out, you won't have to wait. They'll just always have them in stock if we can do this right. But so in case you're new to the chat here, oh, look who it is, Jake de Medeiros. You should be here helping me, buddy. It is the top pedal of 2020. Thank you. I completely agree, 100%. Jake, who just wrote, has helped build some of these, so super fun. So yeah, if you're new to this and you just jumped on the live feed, I'm working on triple graph today, and questions, answers, anything you want, you should come, Jake. You should come and get to work. Just show this video to your wife and just be like, hey, they need me right now. I have to go. Because Triss is working alone. The rest of the shop's not here yet. So, no, I'm just kidding. I got to leave around, I don't know, 2:30 anyway. So, maybe it's not worth it today. I hear you're coming on Monday. I won't be here on Monday, though. So, sorry, buddy. Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, ask questions if you want. I'm completely open. Anyone else who's watching the live right now, or Jake, you can ask questions too. I'm happy to talk about anything you guys want to know. Like, what new pedals are we coming out with? What's next? How much money do I make? Where do I make my money from? What's the best way to make money in the music industry? It doesn't always have to be about money, guys. Come on. Just kidding. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, this channel is basically about how to make it in the music industry and find your niche and make it work for you so that you don't have to work another day in your life. Which is essentially what I'm doing right now. This looks like I'm working, but the truth is, this is just fun because I'm building every single part for what you guys get to play with. And that's cool because I'm kind of building a legacy if you think about it. Because for forever now, people are going to be stepping on something that I've built. Well, we're hoping it lasts forever, right? These are pretty sturdy though. Coming Tuesday, that's a good one. I am here in the morning until like 2:30 on Tuesday. You should come on Wednesdays, buddy. Come on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are so much better because I can be here the whole day, like morning to midnight. And you know, I can bring a 6-pack or something. Anyway. So yeah. Yeah, I'll close the door. Oliver's coming. Yeah, he's finishing up that guitar. Okay. Sorry, folks. I had to go close the door. Oh, I lost somebody. It was probably Jake. So, anyway, I'll be on for another couple minutes. Any questions about CopperSound? Or I guess you could ask theory questions even. Any questions at all, just let me know. I'm happy to answer anything. And yeah, I'll ask my own questions until people start asking questions. When's Foxcatcher going to be back in stock? I'll ask you guys questions. What's your favorite CopperSound pedal? Is it the Triple Graph? Are you a long-time CopperSound fan? Do you know what our first pedal ever was? I have a good, actually, this is a good trivia question, and maybe I'll do a giveaway with it. The first person that can tell us the first pedal that CopperSound ever made, I'll make it a little bit easier because that's kind of a trick question. The first pedal that CopperSound put into full production, meaning like it became one of our staples. Can you name that? If you name that, you can have one for free. That's right. Trish is giving away free stuff. Sorry, I'm just reading something. All right. So yeah, let me know what was the first pedal that CopperSound ever put into production. If you can name the correct answer, I will send you one. You like that? Whoever's there listening, jump on Wikipedia. I don't know if there's a Wikipedia. Is there a Wikipedia for CopperSound? Answer that question. All right. So, I'll give you another trivia question. Maybe we can have two winners. I should just start doing that. My live streams should be like basically giveaway questions. All right. What was, and I don't know if this is going to be a giveaway for this particular pedal, but this is a really good question. What was the first pedal to win a Premier Pick Award in Premier Guitar Magazine of ours? Sorry. So what was the first CopperSound pedal to win a Premier Pick Award from Premier Guitar? If you can answer correctly, I will send you one of our pedals. We'll discuss. If you get it right, we'll discuss what pedal I'll send. So there's two questions. First question, what is the first pedal that CopperSound pedals put into production? If you get it right, you win that pedal. Second question, what is the first pedal that CopperSound got a Premier Pick Award from Premier Guitar Magazine on? So which pedal was given a Premier Pick Award from Premier Guitar Magazine? Our first one. We have 3 that have gotten Premier Pick Awards, I think. But the first one, everything we put out is gold, man. I mean, Premier Pick Award, Premier Pick Award, Premier Pick Award, Triple Graph, come on. I don't know why more people don't know who we are. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds conceited. I'll take this video down for sure. Anyway, 2 questions. You get the winner will get a prize on either of those questions. You just have to get either one right and you get a prize. First question, again, the first pedal that CopperSound pedals put into production, what was it? And if you get the right answer, I will send you one of those pedals for free. Second question, what was the first pedal to get a Premier Guitar Premier Pick Award? Which basically means it's like they only give out like a few per magazine, but basically it means that they think it's one of the best pedals of the year. So first pedal of ours to get a Premier Pick Award, and what was that pedal? If you get it right, I will give you a prize. I don't know what the prize is. I don't know if it'll be that pedal. So anyway, those are your trivia questions. I'll ask them again in a minute. Feel free to chime in, write something. If you have any questions about CopperSound or about the channel, go for it. Chime in. If you've never heard of CopperSound before and you're like, who's CopperSound? Then, oh, we have a winner. Foxcatcher was the first Premier Pick Award. Nice job. I have to figure out what I'm going to send you, Tim. So do me a favor. After this live, jump on Instagram and personal message me on Instagram. It's the same Instagram as the YouTube channel. So it's Guitar Tris, the Instagram handle. So jump on there when this video's over, or when you're done with the live or whatever, and send me a personal message on Instagram, and I will send you a prize. I don't know what it's going to be yet, because I can't send you a Foxcatcher because we don't have any. We've been sold out of them for months now. We have a problem with shipping and printing and whatnot. So if anyone's looking for a Foxcatcher, grab one now. They're going to be rare soon. Nice. That's awesome. I love Foxcatcher. Is my favorite of ours, and that's something that maybe not everyone knew about me. Foxcatcher is my favorite CopperSound pedal. So we have one more trivia question. Well, I might think of another one, but we have one more trivia question that you can win if you answer correctly. And the question is, everybody who's on right now, what was the first pedal that CopperSound put into production? What is our first pedal in production? So that means like not the first pedal we ever made, the first pedal that we put into production, meaning like officially, hey, we're CopperSound and here's the pedal that we made. That's the question, and if you get it right, you win one of those. So, go for it. Already had one winner with the Premier Pick Award. Nice job, Tim. And I should come up with another trivia question. These are kind of fun. Well, for me at least. Let's see. What? Here's a fun one. This is a tricky question. What is a color that you will never see on a production line pedal from CopperSound? So every, I don't know if you guys know it. Let me give a little story here. Hey, what's up, Leahy? You probably know the answer to the trivia question. So I have one winner for the first, or one of the trivia questions, which was what's the first Premier Pick Award that we got and what was the pedal for the first Premier Pick Award. And that was Foxcatcher. And Tim won that one. So here's an interesting, this is question number 2. Well, it was question number 1. What is the first pedal the CopperSound pedals put into production, in actual production, not like before CopperSound was like officially rolling? What was our first production line pedal? That's that question. Yeah, Steve has known us since before we were CopperSound, so it's better that he not answer that one. So here's a fun question that Steve might actually not know. So you can answer this one. I don't know if I have a prize for this one, but this one is just kind of like a fun question. What is a color that CopperSound will never use on a production pedal? So just so everyone has a background, we kind of go after the rainbow as far as colors go for no particular reason other than it gives us a slot, an allotment of colors. So we do a different color for every production line pedal, and we do them in order, gain to modulation of the rainbow. So you'll notice now you're going to look at our pedals a different way. It's kind of cool. The lighter the drive, the beginning of the rainbow, and as you go into modulation, we've got those other colors. So what is a color that we will never put on a production line pedal? To my knowledge, things can always change, so don't hold me to it, but you know. So this is a fun one. Just randomly pick colors, guys. That's all you have to do. So that's another trivia question. And I probably will end this around a half an hour, just so everyone knows. So there's about another 6 minutes left, and then I'll call it. Yeah, see, that's a tough one. This might help if Jordan would love to have this color on one, the color that we're not going to do, but Alex is dead set against it, and I kind of agree with Alex because I feel like it's a color that doesn't need to be on pedals, although ironically it's on a lot of pedals. No, that's a good question, but we actually do have a pink pedal in the works. Yes, believe it or not, we have a pink pedal in the works. I can't give you too much information on it, but we are definitely doing a pink one. All the guys here actually have no problem with pink. I've never owned a pink guitar, but almost everyone else here is into it. Well, you know, that's not necessarily wrong. I don't know that we'll ever do a white pedal. We might, though. So that's not the answer I was thinking of, although that's a really good answer, Tim, because I'm not sure that we will ever do a white one, but we might. But we definitely won't do this other color in a production line. So it's a very, you got to listen to all the parts. We'll never do it in a production line pedal. We have done it before in a pedal, but not one that has gone into production as a CopperSound pedal. CopperSound pedals pedal. It's a fun one to say. CopperSound pedals pedal. So again, that question is, what color will CopperSound never put into production on a pedal? Now, not to say that it hasn't been done on a production before, like something that we've done, but not something that we continuously do, meaning it might have been on like a pedal that has been sold by us, but it is not ever going to be on our standard line. Our standard line is like our Duet series, Foxcatcher, Polaris, Daedalus, Loma Prieta. Those four, and then whatever's going afterwards, it'll never be on one of those. So that's that question. That's a long explanation of that question. But that second guess was really, really good guess, Tim. Because I don't think we're ever going to do a white one. So if you guys are new to the stream, I'm going to end it in about 3 minutes, just because I don't want it to get boring for everyone. But feel free to answer. I've got a couple questions out there. What is the first pedal that CopperSound ever put into production? Not just the first pedal we did. Green's another one we're gonna use in our modulation end of the spectrum. But it will not be a tube screamer. We won't do that. So the two questions that are out there, if anyone wants to keep shooting at them, are what's the first pedal we ever put into production, and what is a color that we will never use in our actual productions, meaning we'll never use it on a production line like Duet series. And the Duet series is like Foxcatcher, Loma Prieta, Daedalus, Polaris. We tend to go after like a rainbow scheme with those. Well, we kind of do a Ninja Turtle theme with those. So you can kind of guess at what our next couple production lines are going to be if you know the cartoon, the Ninja Turtles, really well. So the cartoon, not the live animation. So if you really know that cartoon, you can kind of guess at what our next couple production line colors might be. But there is one color that we will never use unless things change, and that's because one of our members is not a fan of pedals in that color. Now, that being said, we have used it in the past for things that we've put out, but not things that are production line, like things that are going to stick around forever. We're never going to stop making Foxcatcher. We're never going to stop making Daedalus. We're never going to stop making Polaris. Those are things that are going to be our benchmarks forever. And yeah. One of the questions earlier, which Tim got right, was what was the first pedal that got a Premier Pick Award from Premier Guitar, and he guessed Foxcatcher, and that was the right answer. Since then, we have gotten Premier Picks for, I believe, Polaris and definitely Loma Prieta. So, which is funny because not a lot of people buy Loma Prieta, but Premier Guitar loved it. Anyway, yeah. I love it too. It's really cool, gritty, harmonic trim. And yeah, so our production line, we tend to go the way of the Ninja Turtles color scheme wise. So last time we were at NAMM, we were right next to JHS, and they mentioned it in one of their videos. We did a Ninja Turtles theme where we each had our own sneakers that matched our spirit Ninja Turtle. Not that that's a real thing, but we basically were like, okay, we each have very different personalities here in the shop. Who is which Ninja Turtle? And that's a really good question. Can you guys guess who was each Ninja Turtle? So I introduced you guys on a quick short. If you saw my short this week, I introduced you to each of the 4 like core members of CopperSound, and that's Alex, who's the founder, Jordan, who is our other business partner, our other owner, myself, and Oliver, who's our head builder. And we each became a different Ninja Turtle for the NAMM show in 2019. So can you guess who was which Ninja Turtle? The Ninja Turtle names are Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo. And each of us played a different Ninja Turtle, and we're supposed to have it on our badge, but they all chickened out. I was the only one that actually did it. But we all wore shoes that matched our core Ninja Turtle, meaning one of us had red shoes on, one of us had orange shoes on, one of us had purple shoes on, and one of us had blue shoes on. And it was the coolest thing ever. We also bought pizza for all the surrounding companies, and it was pretty epic. It was pretty cool. So can you guess which Ninja Turtle am I? Which Ninja Turtle is Alex Giraldi, the founder? And which Ninja Turtle is Jordan? And which Ninja Turtle is Oliver? Personality-wise, you've got the leader, right, who's Leonardo. But then you also have the other leader, who is Raphael. Not really that he's a leader, but he's just kind of like the pushy guy. Then you have the funny guy, who is Michelangelo, and you have the mad scientist Donatello. And so, if no one's going to guess, I'll just tell you guys who each person is. All right, this will wrap up I'll give all the answers for the trivia stuff and that last question. So, trivia question 1 was, what was the first pedal put into production by CopperSound Pedals, officially put into production by CopperSound Pedals? And the answer to that is the Telegraph Stutter. Although we had created a pedal, or Alex had made a pedal called Mustard Gas, and the Strategy. Oh, actually, I have to take that back. The Strategy is the first pedal that's still in production that was started in the very beginning. So the Strategy is the answer. I don't even know my own answers to my own questions. Sorry about that. Then the Telegraph was next. But we did have a Mustard Gas and the Smoke Monster before that, but neither of those are in production anymore. And the Smoke Monster became Gravity Bomb, in case you want a really cool history lesson on CopperSound pedals. The Smoke Monster is now called Gravity Bomb, and it was in a bigger enclosure, and it was point-to-point wired. It was, or no, Vero board, sorry. And so it was a difficult build back then, but now it's still a difficult build because it's in a tiny enclosure. I refuse to build it. That's one that Alex has to do. So that's the answer to the first one. The second one was guessed by Tim. He's the winner, and that was which pedal was the first pedal to receive a Premier Pick Award from Premier Guitar, and the answer to that was Foxcatcher, and Tim won that one. And I don't know what his prize is yet, but I'm definitely gonna send him something, so good job, Tim. Then the third question was, what color will we never put into production on a production line like the Duet series? And the answer to that is black. And I know that's blasphemy in the pedal world, because black is such a cool color for pedals, but we just don't care for it as a color, because everybody does it. Everybody has a black pedal. It's just, you know, why do it? It's not in the color spectrum we chose. But then here's the flip side. The Foot Clan, you could argue, was black, and with the red. Thanks, man. The Foot Clan was black with a red bandana. So there is a chance that we'll do some form of black at some point, because we might have to revisit that. Everything is always subject to change, but we have been pretty adamant so far about not doing black. And we have done black as limited, and yes, the triple graph is black, but those were either limited or Jack White's pedal, not ours. So that doesn't really count as our production line. Anyway, the last question was, what Ninja Turtles do each of us identify with in the company? So each of us from the company, which Ninja Turtle is our spirit Ninja Turtle, as you might say, and which one did we dress up as? Well, do we wear the colors of in the NAMM show in 2019, which was our last NAMM show, because we didn't do the one this last year because we were working too hard on Jack White's pedal. And the pandemic was about to hit, so it was probably a good idea. Anyway, so the answer to that question is Oliver is Donatello. So he wore purple shoes at the NAMM show. Alex is Leonardo. He wore blue shoes because Alex is our fearless leader. And Jordan wore orange shoes, and he is the goofball in the group that always has all of us like dying laughing. And I was Raphael because I'm the pushy one who's always like, you know, intensely arguing points, like we need to do this. No. I'm the not really grumpy one, but you know, I'm a Raph. I'm definitely a Raph. So that's what we were for the NAMM show, and it was really cool. We bought pizza for everybody. It was really fun. All right, so I think that's a good spot to end the stream. Does anyone have any questions before I go? Let me know. I'll give it like another minute because there's like a minute delay on here, and then I'll sign off for the day. I went like 8 minutes over what I thought I was going to do. That's impressive. So thanks everyone for sticking around. It looks like some people stuck around the entire time. That's really cool. And yeah, Tim, write me on Instagram and I'll send you a pedal or something. I don't know if it'll be a pedal. It might be something cooler than a pedal. I'll give you a couple options you can pick. And yeah, Steve Leahy, thanks for popping in, man. I love your live things. If you guys want to see some really cool stuff, Steve sometimes paints our pedals really, really cool. In fact, so cool that sometimes our dealers are like, I want the wood grain one, and we're like, we can't do the wood grain one. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Give me 2 seconds. This is the Leahy box, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. Let me go over to this thing real quick. But so this is a telegraph that he did, where he did. These are all hand painted, by the way. They're like painted. Well, so he did basically like a blueprint or a what's it called? The legal document. Anyway, so and then here's Foxcatcher. That's fox hair right there. It's incredible. Number 400, super cool. But this is the one that gets us in trouble because, you know, look at the wood grain on that thing. Hold on a second. Where's the switch? Nope, that's not it. How do I turn this on? Look at the wood grain on this thing. Like, he did that. It's incredible. Like, I don't. It's hard to do with this camera. This is not the best camera. It's my computer camera. Usually I have a much better camera. But anyway, this one gets us in trouble all the time because dealers see it and they're like, I want the wood grain sunburst. And we're like, we can't do those in mass production. It's just not, it's not feasible. It can't happen. But, I mean, he's done some great things for us. Like this guy right here. Look at that gravity bomb. That is so cool. That's got to be one of my favorite gravity bombs. Miss Gravity Bomb. He also did another gravity bomb for us, which is really cool. That's more like the artwork on the actual gravity bomb. You know, he did like the jet with dropping the bombs and whatever, and whatnot. And it's really cool. I can't show you the detail because it's just it's so good, but it's so hard to get a good angle with this. But the detail in there is just incredible. Like everything on the back of that wing is just like got detail. It's just insane. So anyway, Steve, thank you for chiming in and joining the chat. Your stuff is amazing, and it's so cool to work with you. And I think it's a good time to end the stream for the day, unless anyone has any questions. Oh, cool. Who's it? Polaris heading. Ooh, I can't wait to see Polaris. That's going to be so cool. All right. So thanks everyone for swinging in and supporting the channel and the stream. And I will see everybody next week during one of the videos I put up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.